you catch yourself saying, "Whoa, the tone and atmosphere in my home is so negative"? You or your spouse or both of you are negative, and now the kids are negative and mean to each other too. How do you remove the negativity from your home? How do you calm down the emotional atmosphere and help everyone to think and speak kinder words to themselves and to each other? On today's episode of the Renewed Mama podcast, we're answering this mama's question who wrote, "The tone and atmosphere of my home is extremely negative. My husband and I tend to be on the negative side, but I do try to temper that and encourage lots. My 5 kids, ages 2 to 11, are very negative in their thoughts and with each other. I'm looking for some tips on helping them learn to shift their thoughts and calm down the emotional atmosphere of the home. I'm also looking for very short, simple scriptural affirmations and words of life to speak over them and to them." If you're saying, "This is my home too," then this episode is for you. If you know of someone else whose home is like this, share this episode with them. I'm going to share loads of practical things that you can start doing today, Mama. So grab a pen and paper. You'll want to take notes. Reheat your coffee if you need to. Grab some laundry to fold because you know we multitask around here. Let's get started. I'm Kimberly Mutar, the creator of Speak Life Badges. I help mamas like you stay renewed. You can think right, speak right, and respond right no matter how many times you hear, "Mommy, Mommy," how many toy fights you break up, or how many times you need to rewarm your coffee. If you need another mama to help you to stay renewed in your thoughts, the words you say, your parenting approach, and your communication, this is the podcast for you. I commend this mama for wanting to make this change, to stop the negativity in her home. Change always starts with a want to and a will to. Now she just needs the how to. So let's start at the top by reviewing what she says. The tone and atmosphere of my home is extremely negative. Mommy, Daddy, you set the tone or the atmosphere in your home. What you allow in your home, whether that is negativity or other attitudes such as strife, an argumentative spirit, trying to one-up the other person, insisting on having the last word, whining, complaining, disrespect, or the opposite, which is good, like peace, joy, laughter, understanding, grace, forgiveness, actually communicating, thinking of others first, sharing, respecting, gratitude, patience, kind words. We could go on and on here. But what I'm saying is that whatever you allow in your home, it will take up residence there. It'll move right in, unless you are vigilant to kick it out and keep it out. So, number 1, you're acknowledging that the tone and atmosphere in your home is extremely negative. Are you serious about kicking it out and keeping it out? Goodbye negativity and don't come back now, you hear? If you are, keep listening. You say, "My husband and I tend to be on the more negative side, but I do try to temper that and encourage lots." Tell me how come your husband and you tend to be on the negative side, because this is a choice. This has become your default response. Remember that what you demonstrate, your children will mirror or copy. You are the adult, you are their example, they are looking up to you. which is why you are noticing that your 5 kids ages 2 to 11 are very negative in their thoughts and with each other. So what is the root of your negativity? I encourage you to go fruit to root here. On the tree of your life and your home, the fruit is negativity. Your tree just keeps growing negativity. The fruit is rotten and it's dropping all over your children. You can chop the tree down, but that's not really solving the problem because the roots are still there. As hard as it is to believe, the trees can eventually grow from a stump back into a full-sized tree. So you've got to deal with the roots. Go all the way to the root of why you and your husband choose to be negative. Was that the example in both of your homes growing up? Have you had some hard things happen in life and that has dimmed your hope or optimism? Has someone, it could be more than one, let you down? Do you have a critical or a judgmental spirit? Are you a perfectionist and put yourself and others down if things aren't just right? Take time even now to pause this episode right where you are and ask yourself, ask God, what is at the root of my negativity? Why is that my default response? When did I begin to allow negativity to take up residence in my life? When did I begin making agreement with it? Would you tell me in the comments what you discover? We can learn from each other. I also encourage you to listen to or watch the video podcast, episode 38, Going Fruit to Root, where I talk more about how you can look at the fruit in your life and trace it all the way back to the root cause and how you can uproot it and replace it with the right things in your life. You can find that episode at speaklifebadges.com, Going Fruit to Root, or on your favorite podcast listening platform. Now, once you've discovered the root of your negativity, it's time to decide if you will continue to partner with it. Will you continue to let it live in you? Or are you ready to reject it, to kick it out, and to no longer partner with it? If you're willing to kick it out, you do these 2 things: renounce it and replace it. I say this as a prayer to God. Renounce it by saying, I see you, spirit of negativity. Call it for what it is. You can do the same thing for the spirit of fear, the spirit of overwhelm. Say, I see you, spirit of negativity. Then say, I am not partnering with you, and I send you back to hell where you belong. Then replace it by saying, forgive me, Father God, for partnering with negativity. I hand you any lies I am believing about, and then mention your past experience, maybe the example you saw in your parents. Whatever you discovered was at the root of your negativity. I hand you any lies I am believing about, and then say, I invite you to release abundant joy, laughter, fun, positivity, and a hope-filled perspective in me and in my home. Fill my life, my thoughts, and my home with abundant joy, laughter, fun, positivity, and hope for our future. A spirit of negativity is from Satan, the father of lies. What you are asking God to do here is to replace the spirit of negativity, which you've kicked out, to replace it with God's truth, which is joy, laughter, fun, positivity, and a hope-filled perspective. All the opposite of negativity. Then say, thank you, God. Don't rush away in this moment. Take time to listen to God. Put on worship music, meditate on scripture. Hang up verses around your house that remind you and your family to choose joy, laughter, positivity, and hope. Now, remember, Mama, you've been set in your ways for a long time. It's like the Berenstain Bears, where Mama Bear is pushing her wheelbarrow down the same path to her flower garden, so much so that she has worn a rut or a path in the yard. Then Sister Bear comes along with the problem of biting her nails down to the nubbins, and Mama Bear tells her that her biting her nails again and again is like a habit that is hard to get out of, just like how hard it is to get the wheelbarrow wheel out of the rut in the yard. You used to have the habit or be in the rut of negativity. Not anymore, because you just renounced it and asked God to replace it with abundant joy, laughter, fun, positivity, and a hope-filled perspective. But every day going forward, when you once would have chosen negativity, you need to intentionally choose joy, laughter, fun, positivity, and a hope-filled perspective instead. He will help you, but you have to choose it. It will take effort and intention on your part to stop and say, no negativity. I will not partner with you again. I choose joy in this moment. I look for the good in this situation. Will you do that? Will you be that intentional? Now, this mama asked for some tips on helping her children to learn to shift their thoughts and calm down the emotional atmosphere in their home. So, here's one thing you do. This is of the utmost importance. It is for you to ask for forgiveness from your children. Have this conversation with all of your children, even the 2-year-old. Say, Mommy and Daddy have come to learn that we have been negative. We have allowed a spirit of negativity into our home and into our hearts. Now, how can you explain negativity to your kids if they are little? Give an example of your negativity. Negativity is when Mommy says, why am I the only one who can put the dishes in the dishwasher? Or when you say, all you do is fight and be mean to each other. How come you can't play nicely? Or when Mommy has a bad attitude or I'm impatient with you. I'm choosing to be negative and upset in those moments. Mama, don't point out the kids' negativity when teaching them what negativity is. You know, when Johnny does this, he's being negative. No, only use your negativity as an example. This shows them that you are taking responsibility for it. Now you say, we have let negativity into our home, like a guest that has stayed for a very long time. Hey, what if one spider came into our home and we don't kill it? And then 2 spiders come in, then 3, 4, 5 come in and we don't kill them. Before we know it, spiders are taking over our home. Gross! Would you want to live here if the house was full of spiders? Well, that's what Daddy and I have allowed with negativity. We let it creep in one by one until it has taken over. We should have squished it right away the first time it tried to come in, but we didn't. And now we want to change that. So please forgive us. We have shown you or demonstrated to you that it's okay to be negative, that it's okay to be mean and negative in your thoughts and with each other. And we were wrong. It's not okay. We need to change this for our family. We are asking all of you to help us and to work together as a family to squish or to kick out negativity from our home. We're going to do it together. we're going to throw out the bad attitudes and the whining and the complaining, and we're going to choose joy, laughter, kindness, thankfulness, patience, and love instead. Would you like to have more joy, more laughter, kindness, thankfulness, and patience for each other, and more love in our home? Here's how we're going to do it. These are your tips for calming down the emotional atmosphere in your home. I'm giving you script after script here, so pause the video as many times as you need to write this down, or just put this episode on replay until you get it. Okay, the first one, we're going to be negative detectors, just like a metal detector. Anytime we catch ourselves being negative, we'll go beep, 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 stop, and dig out the negativity. Whatever is making us upset or makes us feel like complaining or angry with each other, beep, 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 stop and dig out the negativity. Instead, we're going to smile, choose joy. We could think of something we are thankful for, and most of all, get help from mommy and daddy to fix whatever is making you feel negative in your thoughts and in your actions until you can fix it on your own. Now, mama, actually go beep, 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 beep when you start to feel negative yourself. Actually pretend to dig up the feeling and say it out loud as an example to your children. Beep, beep, beep. Mommy is feeling frustrated right now. There are so many dishes in the sink and the dishwasher wasn't turned on. It's all full. I'm going to dig out this frustration and choose joy instead. I'm so glad I have a dishwasher and that we have dishes to eat on. Your children are little. For this mama, it's ages 2 to 11. Acting this out, saying it out loud is a great teaching moment. It'll make it easier for them to understand how you are rooting out negativity and replacing it with the truth. Make it fun. So be a negative detector. You can also form battle lines. Get all of your children to stand up, line up, and link arms like in a battle line. Now have one person try to fall down in the middle of the line. It pulls on everyone else until they stand strong and pull that fallen person back up to standing. Tell your family that you are going to do this together and help each other to grow and to replace negativity with joy, laughter, with good attitudes. No one is alone in this. It's not just mommy and daddy working now to be positive. Everyone is in this together with arms linked, replacing negativity with joy, laughter, gratitude, and good attitudes. Tell them, I give you permission. If you see negativity in me, say beep, 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 beep. This will remind me that I'm choosing negativity and I've got to stop and replace it with joy, laughter, and a good attitude. Because if mommy goes down, maybe you're still all lined up in the line with your arms linked and you fall down. Say, when mommy goes down, we all go down. If daddy goes down, have daddy fall down, we all go down. We do not want to keep giving in to negativity, do we? Agree on a signal, whatever that be. Maybe it's the beep, 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 like the metal detector. Whatever it is, everyone knows the signal. Remember that no one likes to be called out or corrected, especially when they're already upset, frustrated, and angry or having a moment. They don't need more judgment or criticism. But in a loving, even playful beep, 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 it's a fun way to communicate or to signal to them, hold up there. Do you think that you're choosing negativity right now? without the judgment or criticism. They might roll their eyes or stomp in anger, but if you stay consistent, they will get it. And it will become an, oh yeah, reminder, beep, 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 beep. Let me try that again, this time choosing a better attitude. Or let me try that again, this time saying it nicely. When you ask your children, do you think that you are choosing negativity right now? You are helping them learn to see this in their own life, to evaluate this for themselves. Instead of finger pointing and saying, you're being negative. If the beep, 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 beep doesn't catch on as fast as you'd like it to, you can also, in the heat of the moment, say when a child or two children are upset and they're being negative toward each other, come slowly, graciously, set one on each knee, snuggle them close and say, would you like to try that again? Remember how we are working together to keep negativity out of our home? Let's try this moment again, this time choosing joy, respecting each other with peace. Say the child's name. How will you be kind and respectful towards the other sibling? And let them answer. And then turn to the other child and say, how will you be kind and respectful toward their brother or their sister? How can mommy help you to be kind to each other? As you are consistent in this, working together, giving grace upon grace, giving time and patience to uproot this old habit of negativity and replacing it with joy, peace, kindness, and respect, you will see change. Your family will be better because of it. You just have to be willing to do the work. Be real and authentic through this whole learning process because you are also learning to root out negativity. It's okay to say out loud, Mommy would really like to whine and complain right now, but being negative will not help this situation. Instead, I choose joy. Say, there is a solution here. God can help me to figure this out. If the whole family is falling down the negativity hole, it's just one of those days. We all have them. Remember the battle lines example. Grab them all, even your 11-year-old, link arms, walk across the living room like soldiers, ready for battle against negativity. Stomp and say, get out of here, negativity. We do not want you in our home or in our hearts. Or pretend that there are spiders all over the floor running into the house and stomp on them, squish them, say, get out of here, negativity. We do not want you in our home and in our hearts. And then you can all fall on the floor giggling and laughing. Either your kids will love it or think you're crazy, but you are teaching them a most valuable life lesson here. You are living it out right in front of them, being an example of good change, rooting it out and replacing it with God's truth. You can't get any more real than that and any more impactful. They will be saying it to their own kids. Don't let the spiders of negativity in. Let's link arms with mommy and stomp them out. And praise Jesus for breaking the cycle of negativity in your home so that it doesn't continue in your children's future homes and in their families. That's a win. That's what we are here for. Kids who are even stronger than us. Which one are you going to start doing today? Are you going to stomp out the spiders of negativity? Are you going to be negative detectors or battle line strong? I encourage you to have your husband listen to or watch this video podcast so that he is on the same page in all of this. You must be united in this family change of rooting out negativity and replacing it with positivity, joy, laughter, fun, and a hope-filled perspective. Say this to him. I've been sensing a lot of negativity in our home, especially in me, and I'm seeing it in the children being negative in their thoughts and toward each other. Have you been noticing that? I've listened to a great podcast that shares some practical things we can do and say to help root negativity out of our home. We could sure use a lot more joy, laughter, fun, and positivity in here, don't you think? Would you be open to listening to it or watching it? This is good, Mama. Some of you are receiving an abundance of grace in this moment. You are getting reignited with hope that you can be done with all the negativity once and for all. Because these suggestions you can actually do in your home in order to get change, to get more joy, fun, laughter, and positivity, which you've been wanting so much but didn't know how to make it happen. I bless you, Mama. One last thing that this mama asked for help for, some very short, simple scriptural affirmations and words of life to speak over her children to calm the emotional atmosphere in their home. So keep taking notes here. Hang these verses around your house, on the fridge, the bathroom mirror, memorize them. Here we go. James 5:9. Do not complain or groan against one another, that you yourselves may not be judged. Ephesians 4:29. When you talk, do not say harmful things, but say what people need, words that will help others become stronger. Proverbs 17:14. The beginning of strife is like letting out water, like as in a flood. So I abandon or quit the quarrel before it breaks out. 1 Peter 4:8, love each other deeply, letting love cover a multitude of sins. Award your children with Speak Life badges to celebrate them learning to kick out or squish negativity. When you see them being kinder and more respectful in their words or actions towards each other, give them a Speak Life badge. Here's a few that apply to rooting out negativity. I am thankful. I share. I forgive. I am kind. I am loving. I choose joy. I obey with joy. I am honoring. I am thoughtful. I am patient. I put others first. All of these come from the I Am Special and the I Am Priceless sticker award books. Do you want your words of encouragement and praise to have a lasting impact on your children? Then give them Speak Life Badges sticker awards. Here's what Erica had to say about Speak Life Badges. Today I challenged Clayton to take a baby step in bravery at the splash pad. I know these little word seeds of encouragement will grow and help him when he needs bravery in the future. At bedtime, I removed the sticker and placed it beside the mirror. Just glancing at it really encouraged my heart too. Words seem so small, but are so powerful and can completely change the way we view ourselves. Shop Speak Life Badges today at speaklifebadges.com. In the evening, around the dinner table, at bedtime, do a family evaluation. Hey, how'd we all do today in kicking out negativity and choosing joy, laughter, fun, positivity, and a hope-filled perspective? On a scale of 1 to 5, 1 meaning, oops, we gave in to negativity, to 5 being, we did awesome. We are spider stompers, negative detectors. We were battle line strong. We helped each other and we gave grace. Wow, thank you for listening all the way to the end. I sure hope that this episode has answered this mama's question and has equipped you with what you need to root out negativity in your home. Kicking out negativity and standing united as a family, as you all choose joy, laughter, fun, positivity, and a hope-filled perspective is totally worth it. Mama, have you added the Renewed Mama podcast to your favorites for a deeper, practical, we're in this together connection? Follow or subscribe so that you won't miss an upcoming episode. If any of this content on the Renewed Mama podcast has blessed you or helped you in any way, would you take a moment right now and leave a review? This helps me know whether or not this content is helping you to think right, to speak right, and to respond right. Leaving a review also helps more mamas like you find the podcast and learn that they do not have to partner with negativity. They can have a home full of joy, laughter, fun, and positivity. I thank you in advance for leaving a review. I can't wait to hear yours. Don't forget to DM 3 mamas you know who need to hear this truth so that they can be encouraged and renewed too. Thank you. Lots of love. Bye.